Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today, we're going to be talking about Drop. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros reviews for this movie are quite good, actually. Has an 83% critic score, 80% audience score, and cinema score is a B, which isn't like great, but for Blumhouse, it's not too bad. I mean, Wolfman, for comparison's sake, got a C minus, so a B is fine enough for a movie like this. So, word of mouth across the board is good, generally good. So I'll label that as a pro. Another pro, there's a lack of direct competition. For this movie, this movie is kind of like the only movie of its kind that's out there right now because everything else is of like different genres. So I would definitely label that as a pro. Another pro, well, there's kind of a pro and a con, but I'll talk about the pro side. It's from Blumhouse. So sort of like the positives of Blumhouse. I mean, they have a lot of hits under their belt. A lot of franchises, from them, like Paranormal Activity, Insidious, Purge, Sinister. That only lasted like another movie. Um, some other big franchises they got. Got like scroll through this. Happy Death Day got another movie. Split, technically, with Glass. Yeah, because that counts. Get Out was like a standalone movie, but it was a very successful standalone movie. The Halloween, the new Halloween trilogy, and movies like Black Phone, Megan, Five Nights at Freddy's, all getting sequels this year. I haven't mentioned like some other movies here. Obviously a lot of these are just sequels. But like Invisible Man did really well for itself, considering it only really had 2 weeks to live because COVID was about to wreck everything. Ma and Truth or Dare. A lot of these movies were managed to be quite successful because they were very cheap. That's like the Blumhouse way is to make movies on the cheap. It works out very well for them historically. So yeah, they do have a lot of success under their belt. So I'll label that as a pro. But now we have to go to the cons, and boy, Blumhouse has been on a cold streak for like the last year or so. Like if you've noticed, like 2023, it was really good for them. They had Megan the beginning of the year, Serious the Red Door performed strongly. Exorcist Believer, that was a dud critically and kind of financially. Kind of, I mean, it doesn't look like it, but this is supposed to be a trilogy, and yeah, that trilogy doesn't exist anymore. Then Five Nights at Freddy's ended up being Blumhouse's biggest hit ever, but then after that, things changed in a bad way. I mean, Night Swim, which did like whatever, Imaginary did Afraid bombed, Speak No Evil did good, did solid, Wolfman flopped, Woman in the Yard, it won't be like a huge flop, but it's not doing great. And now here we are with Drop. So yeah, as you noticed here, I mean, 11, 9, 3, 11, 10, 9, like these are not great numbers compared to like what Blumhouse is usually capable of. Even some of the worst movies. Like going back to a movie as shit as Truth or Dare, that opened with 18 million. So when all these Blumhouse movies recently are doing worse than Truth or Dare, something's wrong. Something is very wrong. There's a serious issue going on. So, yeah, I mean, that will probably likely change when Megan 2.0 comes out in June. But yeah, it's not a good look considering how Blumhouse, they haven't really had movies that have really like popped off at the box office. Yeah, movies that do like good but not like amazing or like really strong. And that's a problem. Big problem. So that's a con right there. A big old con against this movie, even with this movie's good reception. Another con is that there's just a lot of movies out right now. There's, the other four movies coming out this weekend. There's Amateur, there's King of Kings, there's Warfare, Chosen, Last Supper Part 3, the Minecraft movie that's just taken over everything. You got Sinners next week. There's a lot going on. And I feel like this movie is going to fall through the cracks, which sucks because I did watch this movie and it's not a bad flick. I thought it was pretty good. So to see it fall through the cracks like this hurts, but it's just how it is sometimes. So yeah, just a lot of movies out right now, and I will label that as a con. Another con is Thursday previews, like 730K, although that's just Thursday alone. Apparently, if you include like Monday and Wednesday previews, it's like 1.4 mil, which still isn't great. So that's not a good sign. With the pure Thursday previews, not a good sign. So that's a con. And that's kind of it. So opening weekend, this is projected to hit 7 million, I think. Looking at numbers, yes. Yeah. Yeah. 7.7 million, which is not good at all. But it only costs like $11 million, so it's not going to lose a whole lot of money. So, yeah, but still not ideal for Blumhouse. This isn't that cold streak is only going to continue until Megan 2.0, unless that flops. But we'll see what happens with that in June. But yeah, 7.7, I guess I'll go between 7 to 8 million opening weekend. It's total. Its legs should be good realistically, but I'm not sure. I'm going to say 20 million, more or less. Maybe less, but I'm going to go with 20 million total. And yeah, so that's it for Drop. Two more movies. We got King of Kings and we got Warfare. I'm not doing The Chosen. I made that clear in my amateur video. So yeah, but yeah, so that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. You want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage. All previous prediction videos I made this year, past few years. You want to watch any of them? Go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for a particular month. March recap will be next week, roughly. April recap will be about the second-ish week of May. So stay tuned for both of those. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. There's also the canceled series. Went over all the movies that were supposed to come up but didn't. Never talked about Drop, but I've made like 250 episodes of canceled. So you want to like binge watch that whole series from beginning to end. I highly suggest you do that. So go do it. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.